So we're solving systems of equations, but now this time is by elimination. So we're still doing the same thing. We're still trying to find the point of intersection. But again, because we don't have the graph, we have to do it by hand. We have to do it manually. So elimination, that means we're trying to eliminate one of those variables. Now the secret here, if one is negative and one is positive, I can just add them together. That will give me no y. That means I will be eliminating y. So I'm going to add them. So I'm going to add these two equations together. So negative 5 plus negative 1, or negative 5 minus 1 will give me negative 6x. When I add these two together, I have 0. And then 11 plus 19, I got 30. So now I have negative 6x is 30. I'm solving for x. Divide both sides by negative 6. And now I have 30 divided by negative 6 is negative 5. Okay, this is only half of my answer because I'm still giving the solution as an ordered pair. So now I need to go back and plug in x is negative 5. It doesn't matter which one you go back and plug into. I just say plug in the easy one. I'm going to choose this one just because I don't have to multiply after I plug it in. So I'm going to plug in on the second equation. Remember, when you plug it in, you're substituting. So I'm doing negative 5 right there for x. Multiply, that will give me positive 5. Take away 5 from both sides. That is a 7. Divide both sides by 7. So now I have both parts of my answer. I have x is negative 5, y is positive 2. So don't forget, after you do all this, you need to write the solution as an ordered pair. That's your solution right there. I have 2 more. Now, number 2, it doesn't start out as easy as number 1, because if I simply add them together, I can eliminate anything. So if I add negative 5 to negative 1, that doesn't eliminate x. If I add these two, that will give me positive 8. That doesn't eliminate y either. But how about this? If I multiply the second equation by negative 5, that will give me positive 5 right here. And that will allow me to eliminate x. Watch this. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 5. Negative times a negative, that will be positive 5x. Multiply these two. That's negative 15y. Multiply these two. Positive 95. Now, this equation doesn't exist anymore. I multiplied everything. Now I have the bottom one. Now I can add them together. Now I'm going to add the first one with the last one. So I can eliminate x. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. 5, take away 15, I have negative 10y. Negative 15 plus 95, I have 80. Now you're solving for y. Divide both sides by negative 10. That will give me negative 8 for y. Notice that not always I'll find x first. This time I found y first, just because it was more convenient for me to eliminate x. So be smart on that. Make the right decision. So now I go back and plug in y is negative 8. Now again, it doesn't matter which equation you plug that back into, but it has to be one of these. And I don't know, you can just choose one. I'm just going to choose the first one just because. Whatever is easier for you. So negative 5x plus 5y is negative 15. Plug in negative 8 for y. Add 40 to both sides. Here I have positive 25. Divide both sides by negative 5. Now I have x is negative 5. Don't forget to write your solution as an ordered pair. Negative 5 for x, negative 8 for y. Last one. Okay, so now if I add these two, I have negative 13. I cannot eliminate x. If I add these two, I have positive 11. I cannot eliminate y. This one is not as easy as number 2, but we have a way out. What if I multiply the top one? So I'm going to try to eliminate y. I could try to eliminate x, but the negatives kind of confuse me a little. So if I multiply the top one by 9, and if I multiply, positive 9, sorry. And if I multiply the bottom one by negative 2, if I multiply these two, I get positive 18. If I multiply these two, I get negative 18. Plus 18 minus 18, that will give me 0. And that's what I was looking for. That's the goal. So I'm going to multiply the first equation, every single thing, by positive 9. So I have negative 5 times 9 is negative 45x. Multiply these two, I have 18y. Multiply these two, I get negative 117. I'm going to multiply the second equation by negative 2. Positive 16x, negative 18 like we predicted, like we wanted it to happen. Multiply these two, I get negative 28. All right, now I can add them together. So add these two, I have negative 29x, and here I have 0, and here I have negative 145. So negative 29x is negative 145. Divide both sides by negative 29. X is 5. This is 1. Okay, now I need to go back and plug in x equals 5. It doesn't matter which one you plug in. I'm just going to go with the first one just because the numbers are smaller. I don't know, whatever justification you want. So I'm going to plug in 5 for x so I can find y. Add 25. Here I get 12. Divide by 2. Y is 6. This was a lot of work. But again, this is a review from Algebra 1. And don't forget to write the solution as an ordered pair. 5 and 6.